And we're off.
And here we are. We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I can think of something. Had a busy day today. Got up and I drank my 4 glasses of water, my 32
I think it's
ounces.
more on you than me.
Oh, excuse me. And knows who's more important. Pumpkin Girl 1950 kind of wanted to know somewhat of how I'm losing weight. It's going to be harder now that we don't walk, but I didn't do it today, but I did do the other day, the Leslie Sansone, which I like, but it still feels like exercise. But you know, I'll try it. Who's to know? Better than not walking at all. But
That's which is Gary's pointed out. I have a treadmill.
Yeah, he had to go get it.
I had to have it.
But
Yes, and very nicely he asked. You know.
Yeah, when are you gonna walk on
He
that?
says, you know, you do have the treadmill.
You should say.
Biggest life in my front room. Yeah, I think I know that.
Yeah, I walk on it in the morning while I'm watching
Yeah,
TV.
no, he would know I was lying.
But anyway, Pumpkin Girl 1950 wanted to know how I'm losing weight, and it's in the morning I drink probably 36 to 42 ounces. I know, 42. It's not that much anymore because I don't eat that much. But I eat about 42 drink 42 ounces of water, and then for lunch I don't eat till noon, and then I have a cup of berries, which is strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Denise bought me blueberries the other day. No. Those are like raisins, wannabe fruits. They cling on to everything. And then I have a hard-boiled egg, an ounce of cheese, and a whole grapefruit, and a cup of tea. And then about 3 o'clock I have some peanuts, like an ounce of peanuts, or I have an apple or a cheese stick, and then I just have a normal dinner, just like a protein and a vegetable. Hey, did you get my broccoli and cauliflower?
No, I didn't go to the store today.
Oh, and then and that's about it. I drink 89 ounces of water in a day, so I'm in the bathroom constantly. But now that I'm not walking, I don't know. I have to. Well, I'll do the Leslie Sansone. What about you? What are you doing?
No.
Are you going back to Weight Watchers on Saturday?
I am. I've determined.
She's a good teacher, which Pumpkin Girl 1950 also said you're a good teacher and that she misses your videos.
Oh, I know.
I think a lot of people do. We've been losing subscribers, and I think it's because she's not doing her weekly update things.
I agree. And not just for that would I do this, but I clearly, when I go back, will have determined I've gained, I don't even know how much. I haven't got on the scale. I won't let myself get on the scale because I know I've gained.
And that's a bad thing.
Yes, because if I got on the scale, I'd probably cry. But anyway, my friend Sandy that goes.
Not me. I'm not her
Different
friend.
Sandy. And she said it's a nice lady and she was good. And she kind of got the people talking and stuff in the meeting. So I told my friend that I will be there on Saturday, which I will. And find out how much I've gained. And I'll have to pay off. That's the bad thing though. I've been gone for 3 weeks or 4.
4, I think.
It might be 4 by Saturday. And I'm going to have to pay for all those weeks that I didn't go. Which is, instead of like, I'd like to just restart. But I don't know how they're going to make me do that. They'll probably make me pay back all that time. But it's not all about the money. But it is about the money.
Well, once again, I do think that if they charge, like, what is it, $15?
Well, if you go by the monthly pass, it's less. It's like $12 a week.
Oh, no, now Gary will know.
Yeah, he already,
Oh.
you could know that or not know that, whatever.
See, I think if they charge $5 a week, they'd at least pick up 2 more people. So they're still getting 3 people for the same price. And then they're helping more people.
Yeah, but it's a business and they
See,
want to make money.
yes.
Yeah, I really do think if they charged less, they would have more people. That's for sure, because it's not cheap at all.
No.
And that's why I thought I could do it. But, you know, the minute I didn't have somebody, you know, weighing me, it's like, in the beginning, you know, I was weighing myself. And I thought, well.
See, and I have to weigh myself
slack
every
up.
day.
I used to do that, and that they told you, don't do that.
I know they
don't
tell
do
you
that.
not to do that, but I have to get this phone because it's my son. I might have to have somebody go pick up Alyssa.
Hold on a minute. And we're back.
Well, that was my son, Jim. I had to take that call because I usually don't have Alyssa on Wednesdays or Thursdays. But if he works late or something, he calls me to let me know. And he's stuck in traffic right now, so he's going to call me back and let me know if I have to go get her at 4 o'clock. Because it's raining right now. Yeah. Otherwise, she'd just walk home. That wouldn't be a big deal. But even I wouldn't make her walk in the rain.
Oh, you're a good grandma.
But
anyway. So as I was saying, I just know that I have to go back. And I know I'm going to be reporting again. I have not a doubt of that. But got to get back on it again. It's the only way. Because, yeah, I haven't. When you start doing not one thing, it's really easy not to do the next thing.
Well, especially with the holidays coming up, you know, you can kind of
I mean, I don't think I've gone crazy eating or whatever, but I really haven't. What have I done?
I don't know.
No, don't make it sound like I'm scarfing down food. No.
Well, you've been eating ice cream.
When?
You had some, every time she comes over, she's in the candy bags.
I take 1 or 2 candies from your jar that you eat 1 or 2 candies from.
Not that often.
Oh. Isn't it easy to say?
It's only because I love her so much I
know.
can point out her faults.
Oh, let's start then.
I have no faults. I have no faults.
Pointing out faults.
See my halo?
Mm-hmm.
Shine it up.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so that's what my plan is, and then I'll go back to doing my meeting highlights or whatever.
But if you've been good, you wouldn't have thinking you're going to gain.
Oh, I know I've gained.
And you ain't wrong.
No, we have hardly walked.
I've hardly walked. I'm still losing.
Yeah, you're just an odd duck, that's all. I don't understand it, quite honestly, because I see what you eat.
When I do eat mass quantities of food.
And I never do, and you gotta say
She never does. She never does.
I don't have a heaping plate ever. I would be sick. I really would, you know.
If I'm gonna...
You'd wonder how I'm my size if you ask me.
You kind of wonder.
Comparatively,
yeah.
I don't eat. What?
No, I do eat a lot when I eat, but...
That's what I'm saying.
But I think the fact that I don't eat really lunch, and then I don't eat that much for breakfast, there's how many calories in my breakfast? So I can mass consume at dinner time.
Well, see, because, I mean, I have to get up. I get up at 6:30 in the morning. What time do you get up?
Well, now I get up about 7:30. Before I used to get up about 10 to 7. You know, the older you get, the less sleep you require.
I think you sleep in a little bit later.
No, I don't. I get up at 7:30.
Okay, I'm going to call you at 7:30.
Call me. Call me. I don't care. I am up.
I don't think you're up.
I am up.
I think we're fabricating.
No, I'm not. I'm not fabricating. Not in the least.
Anyway.
Just, you know, there's nothing else to do. I mean, I only need like 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Even if I go to bed at midnight, I
went to
bed
yesterday at 9:30, and I
Oh
went
my
to
gosh.
sleep out like a light, and I didn't get up till 6:30. It was actually, I needed that because I've been tired lately. And I think I've been more tired lately because we haven't been walking.
Yes.
I think my body just is adjusting in a bad way to me not walking.
And really, in all actuality, we could walk when you got off of work after you had your lunch.
Okay, but I'm tired by then because I've been now walking for 2.5 hours. She's been sitting in the chair waiting for me. She thinks I'm gonna come home after 2.5 hours of walking around.
I did my last Leslie Sansone video.
Oh, not for 2.5 hours.
No. I think it's like 45
By the time I
minutes.
get home from work, well, normally I had
But
already
she's
walked
10
in the
years
morning.
younger than me,
Well,
so...
yeah. But normally I would have already walked the hour in the morning and then walked another 2.5. So when I get home from work, I'm kind of done. Not that I'm done because I got other crap I got to do, but like I wouldn't think I'm going to go for a walk. No. I can tell you that's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
No.
If I was 10 years younger than I am.
Well, you're 10 years younger than me.
I know, but I'm saying if I was 10 years younger than I am, I might think about it. But no, it's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. But what I need to do is
Get on the treadmill.
Walk in the morning on the treadmill, yes. There's no reason why I can't do that.
You know, maybe I could come over and walk behind you on the treadmill.
The two of us together.
And then we can have Shay just standing there looking at us like we're nuts.
And she would too. Because she would wonder, what's up? What's up? But anyway.
Any loser.
That's the plan. That's what I'm going to do this Saturday.
Yeah, I went to Kroger's today. It's not cheap being on this diet though, really.
No, it's not.
Although the
Costs
grapefruits
more.
are cheaper because they're only 10 for 10, which is not bad. But then I like the raspberries and the blackberries. Those are expensive.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, and the strawberries. Oh, and my banana. I have a banana every day. But the bananas really aren't that much. That's not too bad. But
I have a banana every day.
other than that, it's just, you know, it's just cheaper to go to Taco Bell. It really is, you know, but I don't. But you know what, not really, because I went and I got 4 chicken breasts and 4 baked potatoes, and I think it cost me $8. So I'll get 4 meals for $8. And then when you go to Kroger's and get me my vegetables, they're only $1 a bag, so they last me a couple days. So I'll go with that.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
You sure?
Positive. I don't even know what we're having for dinner today. That's the thing. I get very tired of figuring out what we're going to have for dinner. I'm not a big fan of cooking either.
See, I like to cook.
I've never liked to bake. I've never been a baker. And I don't like to really cook, but I do have to cook. I cook all the time because we eat home all the time. But it just gets old figuring out what, and I tell the kids what we're going to have, and they're like, well, then again, well, tell me something new because
And I give her suggestions, but just because she doesn't like it, she doesn't
Well,
like
yeah,
it.
there's a lot I don't like that.
Like
for-
sloppy joes, her kids would like sloppy joes.
And I don't like them.
Meatloaf.
Don't like it.
Yeah. She could buy like a turkey breast and cook a turkey breast.
Well, I would do that, but that seems like a lot of work.
What else could
Yeah.
you do? Pork chops.
I do that every now and then. Josh wants me to make ribs, which I made one time. They were a lot of work.
Yeah, I've never made ribs, other than like the country ribs that you make in the oven, but those aren't really the same.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's the kind I made.
Yeah, but I mean the big slab of ribs.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah.
No.
That's my favorite dish at Texas
I don't like to eat
Roadhouse.
that because then you got to gnaw on the bone.
Oh, I love gnawing on the bone, especially in front of her. I like put them in my mouth and then just sucking off the
I
bone.
can't even watch someone do that. It gets me beyond ill. Like when we get the roast chicken
She brings it over to me.
to pick off the rest, but no, when I have it at the table and I have to I cut my piece off, like, you know, the breast part, and then I put it, you're gonna ask my kid, I put it in the middle of the table and I have to stand something up in front of it because I cannot see that sitting on the table the whole time. I will be just so grossed out by it. You'd think I'd be a vegetarian, quite honestly. I don't like to see what something looked like when it was alive.
Yeah, because even when you make a roast, you don't like to touch it.
No, I don't like to touch things. I don't like to make the hamburgers. I have a hamburger press, so I can cut. I cut the meat. I take it with the fork and put it in the press it, and I pop it into the pan. I just don't like it. That's why I get ground sirloin, because it's got less fat. I just don't like it.
See, and I don't like ground sirloin because it doesn't get fat, you know, not enough grease dripping in it, and I like all the grease.
I think it has more than enough grease, but anyway.
I don't think so.
That's
I
why
like a
don't
greasy burger, a really greasy
No, I don't.
burger.
I don't like that at all. I'll eat at her house and it's very good, but I don't
Yeah,
like to
'cause
cook with
I
because I gotta
get
see it. That's the
I get
thing.
ground chuck. But you know, you drain the grease off after you've cooked it. You
I
just
know,
have
but
to
see,
have the
then
grease
I'm
with it.
seeing all that, and that's what grosses me out.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Like when I get my chicken, I get it frozen. It's already deboned and everything. I don't have to touch it. That's what I like.
Well, my mother used to work for a meat shop, so she showed me how to chop up a chicken. But you know, it's
We
too much
talked
work.
about at work today about turkeys and how I went one time and my mother would pick out a live turkey. They were in
Yes.
cages, and she would say, "Oh, we'll take that one," and then they would tag it, and then later you'd go pick it up. It'd still be warm.
It'd still be warm.
Oh, that was just beyond gross to me. I was talking about that today, and no, I could never do that again. Because no.
And I know that she told me that when you go to pick out a turkey, you don't want to pick out the turkey that runs to the back of the cage because that's been a turkey that's been there a while.
Older, and I figured it out.
It's figured it out.
Yeah, no, I only did that once. I remember that.
Yeah, Brigodes.
Brigodes, yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Not gonna-
And then my mother used to cook the liver and the heart and the giblets and all that, put it in the dressing. My mother-in-law did too. My husband loves the dressing like that. I don't make it like that.
No, not a big fan.
Well, he's hunting right now, and if he gets a deer, he'll eat the heart. It's like, oh. He says, yeah, it's really good, you know. Taste it, you won't know the difference. Yeah, I will. I can smell it as it's cooking. I don't care what you say. I
And
don't care what
it's
you...
darker. I just know.
Yeah, I'm not a dark meat eater,
No,
but...
I'm not a big fan of that. I'm so glad Gary doesn't hunt because the whole thing. She has like heads, you know.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to show you sometime.
And like one's over her bed.
No, it's not.
Well,
Well,
no,
it's over the
it
dresser.
It used to be. Wasn't
No, it was never over my bed because I always thought it would fall down during the night and stab me. So it's above my
But it
dresser.
launches her at night. See,
Well,
and
you
my
can't see me because it's
my
dark.
brother
He's
Michael.
dead.
Oh,
Oh, my brother Michael. Oh, his basement is just loaded with birds hanging from the ceiling.
Where he used to live, you'd have to walk up the stairs, and they were all here. And when you would sit there, you could just feel all their eyes on you, like, "Help me!" I just hated. Oh, it's not a comfortable
Yeah, in
feeling.
his basement, he's got like them
Yeah,
perched, like standing there.
and there's a dog. I mean, it's like all stuff. Yeah, that's not my thing.
yeah.
But
he doesn't eat that stuff. He gives the meat away.
No, but he likes to hunt.
He likes to hunt.
Yeah,
I don't think it's so much the hunting. I think it's like getting out. Jim likes to hunt, but
Hey, I don't know. Yeah, it's not my thing.
no. And that's one time Jim was eating bear and he was choking, and I didn't know he was choking, and he got up and was leaning over the chair, and I just happened to notice as he vomited it up. And I thought, well, that would keep me off a bear, but no, he finished his bear. Ugh.
You can go hunting with him. There's couples.
There's a
that
lot,
go
yeah, there's a
together.
lot of people. No, that's not for me. You know, he's gone for a week, and you know, so I have the whole bed to myself. Although I still sleep in my own little corner in my king size bed,
Which I want so desperately.
but
I'm gonna get.
she thinks she's gonna get it. She will, because she gets what she wants usually.
Yeah, there's not too much I really don't get. I mean, if I really, really want it, I do
Yeah.
eventually get it. But
And see, with Christmas, I don't know what I want for Christmas. You know,
All I want is a bed.
Yeah, all she wants is a
Just
bed.
$1,000.
See, I'm very fortunate because, you know, I really have, I have lead a very comfortable life.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
have,
can't complain.
I have everything that I
Certainly,
need,
no.
you know,
No,
and
that's
want.
not
But, you
right.
know, my kids will always want to get me something, and although I do like that North Face jacket that Christy has. But then Denise tells me they're $100. I
North
thought they
Face
were
is
like
not cheap.
30 or 40. It's just a light
No,
little
no,
jacket. It's
you're
not like a
gonna
heavy
ever
coat.
find one unless it's used. You can maybe find a used
Well,
one.
she can wrap up that used one. Clean it first.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. It was very comfortable and it was just warm enough. And I will have you know that when I went to Target today, I did look for a new winter coat.
And you didn't buy one.
I didn't buy one. I didn't like
Didn't
one.
doubt that.
And then I went to Dick's Sporting Goods to see my friend Kathy. And
They have North Face there.
yeah, but I didn't see any that I liked. So I didn't get anything there. And then I went to Best Buy and I got my Bright ink cartridge because I got the wrong one yesterday. That's just so
the guy helped you.
expensive.
He even looked you up.
Yeah, and he put the wrong one. He picked up the wrong one. But it's just, it's almost cheaper to buy a new printer than buy the new ink, to be honest with you, because I think I spent $45 for the ink and a new printer was what, $89.99?
Yeah, but they're not very good.
But if you're only going to use them till you run out of ink,
No, that's kind of silly. That's a little bit
I don't know.
wasteful.
And then where else did I go? Went to Kroger's, went to the bank.
I just went to work. No, I didn't just go to work. My guild, we
Oh, and I went to the eye doctor's.
make charity quilts, my guild that I belong to, and I'm on the charity committee. There's 4 of us on the committee, and we got to pick, I don't know if I talked about this before, but we got to pick, since we're on the committee, where the quilts would go. The people, everyone in my guild, and they go crazy. So we were able to donate today 30 quilts, and we went to the place where my sister Sue was most, you know, whenever
Church
she
of
went
Christ.
there. Yeah, it's a like a care facility. I mean, there's nursing homes, skilled nursing. They have everything. Different
Assisted
units.
living.
There are different units there. But anyway, so my friend and I went there to drop them off today, and it was like I walked past Sue's room. We had to go down that hall.
Oh, that'd be hard.
That was hard. But and then the lady was asking about her, and she says she remembered her. I would imagine she did, because Susan would be more talkative, I think, you know.
She's like us.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a little sad, but it was a little nice. But she says, this was really nice to give all these. She says, thank you very much. And we said, well, we'll be bringing more because, you know, by the end of the year, we'll be well over 100 quilts that we'll be, you know, donating. So it's a nice thing.
Yeah, I remember the one time when Susie was in the hospital for her heart, and it was on the same floor as my brother Pat's, and I thought she was going to be in the room, in the bed that my brother died in.
Well, it wouldn't be exactly the same bed, but the same spot.
It'd be
They
the
move
same
those
bed.
beds around.
Well, they could, but it would be like just the thought. But she was in the next room, or down the hall. She was down the hall.
Yeah.
But we had to walk past the room. It was
It
just
just makes you sad.
makes you sad. I know they're in a better place, but
I know.
I'd rather they were here with us.
Most definitely.
But oh, the
Yeah, how we went from here to there. I
we
don't
were
know.
way up there. Now we're way down here. The nurse at the eye place, she annoyed the crap out of me today because she just would not listen to what I was saying, and she started to type in the notes the way she wanted to type them in about my eyes, and I stopped her, and then she got perturbed with me because I know that the point of the surgery, which I've said before, was to make my vision better, but I wanted to just keep wearing the glasses.
Your hand looks so old.
Doesn't it? It really does. Look at that. Well, I am old. It's
What did you
white.
up to? The way he was looking, you were looking really old.
Well, it is old.
No, this part of your hand right here. It
Oh.
looks like an old person's hand.
I'm old. So anyway, only your sister could tell you that. Are we done making
No,
fun
go
of
ahead,
me?
go with your story.
Look away. Look away. She's hideous. But anyway, so I wanted to have the, so that I, she got me so self-conscious now. I wanted to have that I didn't have to wear the glasses when I read. So when I went into the room, she says, well, how is your eyesight doing? And I had taken my glasses off because I knew that they were going to do the exam without my glasses on. And I told her, I said, well, the prescription must be getting stronger because I've noticed that it's kind of blurry when I'm looking at my glasses and stuff. And I can't really see as well as I could right after the surgery. And she says, well, that's because your vision's going to improve. You don't need to wear your glasses. And I said, well, yes, I do need to wear my glasses because I can't see without my glasses on. I can take them off. I can't read with my glasses on, whereas before at least I could read. I said, and I cannot see without my glasses on at all. And she says, oh, no, you can see. And I go, no, I can't. I can't see. And she said, well, yeah, you can see. And I said, no, I can't. The kind of vision I chose was to wear the glasses. I didn't correct my vision for the distance. I corrected for the nearsightedness. Well, everybody can see. You can see. You just don't know it. I said, well, I know what I'm seeing out of my eyes, and I don't see it. And I said, the eye chart was up. I said, I don't even see the eye chart up there. I can't read those. Like, oh, yeah, you can read those. So I said, no, I can't. So she types in, and I heard her typing as she was typing it in. She says her eyes are blurry when she's not wearing her glasses. And I said, well, yeah, they're not blurry when I'm not wearing the glasses, but they're also blurry when I wear my glasses. And she says, well, that's because you don't need your glasses. And I go, yeah, I do. I need my glasses. She says, no, you don't. And she typed in, told patient doesn't need glasses. And I said, well, you need to correct that because I can't see with my glasses on, with my glasses off. I said, I can't drive. I can't watch TV if I have my glasses on. Oh, yeah, you can. I says, okay, fine. You know more about my eyes than me.
You can't drive with your glasses on, and you drove me
with my
yesterday?
glasses off.
Oh.
She said I could drive without my glasses on.
Oh, you just said right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see without
my glasses on. If I take my glasses off, I can't see to drive.
Yesterday, and I said, "Can you drive?" She goes, "Oh yeah, fine."
Fine. We got there and back, just fine. But so I made her correct it, and then she was pissed. And so then when I did the eye exam, I think she thought I was lying, but I wasn't lying. So when I went to see the doctor, his name is Valinor. Whatever. And so I told him, and he looked at it, and he says, "Well, no, you're gonna have to wear glasses. You're gonna have to." And I looked at her, and I went, just like that. She didn't like that. But I thought, you know what? I know what I can see. I'm a grown-ass woman.
Did they change your prescription, or are they gonna?
No, I gotta wait a month because he said my eyes will
Mine
still
always,
change.
it took a long time, but then I was fine.
But then she remembered me, and she gave me some very,
Explicit
directions on the drops.
Which you did need.
Which I did need. I did admit that I did need that. But don't tell me if I can see or not see. I can know if I can see or not see. And I could see just fine yesterday. There was 2 cars coming out of our office on that Tuesday night.
I wasn't so sure about it. No.
Where did we go when I drove?
I don't remember. Best Buy. To get the wrong ink.
To get the wrong ink, yeah.
Anyway, well, look at what time it is standing up there.
I can't see. I can't see.
I wasn't being mean. I really.
But I really can't. I think it says. Oh, 18 minutes.
Yes. So we have to wrap it up.
We have to wrap it up. Oh, I love the Cape Cod woman said she's not going to do any more videos anymore. So she said goodbye yesterday. She said she's going to do them every once in a while, but not all the time. So she said don't look for her. So I looked for her today. And guess what? She did a video. So. I've
stopped watching her. She got a bit preachy. Not to be mean if you're watching us. You kind of
went
over the rails on me.
I watched her all the time. It's just.
I watched her. I'm the one that told you about her.
You did? No, I found her on my own.
Oh, you didn't?
I found her on my own. Oh, and you told me Glitzy Fritzy.
I never told you Glitzy Fritzy. I don't even watch that person. I told you.
You love Glitzy Fritzy.
Okay, but I told you about the Cape Cod.
I love Glitzy Fritzy.
And I told you about the Cape Cod.
No, she didn't. Because I
in
said,
the very beginning.
No.
Just your memory's poor.
No, my memory's not poor.
Yes, I did.
You told me about losing Iftay.
Yes.
You told me about Marika.
Where are you? Where are you,
Yeah.
Iftay? Go ahead.
And you told me about Marika on the Move.
Yes. Hi.
And you told me about Fit and Fabulous Mamas.
Yes.
You told me about them.
Lori.
But you did not.
I did too. No, she didn't.
No, this I know. This I know.
Okay, now we gotta really crack it up.
Crack it up.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's harder for me when I go over the 20. You don't do it, I do.
She does.
Okay.
She does.
Like us.
Subscribe. Comment.
And share.
See you. Are we gonna do anything on Friday?
I don't know.
No, well, maybe not. All right.
Well, you'll see us or you won't.
You'll see her on Saturday.
Yes, you
For
will.
sure.
With my sad news.